Hey, everybody. See this smile on my face? That comes from that music. Oh my goodness. I'm doing this, y'all. Hey. Taking me back. Thank you so much for that music. It always puts me in the mood. And you too, I'm sure. So, hello and welcome to Take Over Tuesday. Thank you for being here, guest. You are always our honored guest. We're sure that you are going to get some nuggets from the conversation tonight. Thank you for being here, tribe. It's always good to be amongst you, my partners, my encouragers. Love you so much. And you know who else I love? I love this young lady who is about to come up and speak to us. She is the definition and model of success. She did not get there overnight. No, she didn't. She has been in the presence of family, friends, associates, and strangers for approximately 16,436 days. The day she was born into this world, she was destined to be who she is to all of us today. Much of because of the choices she has made in her life, made due to her environmental and personal contacts, experiences, and growth, lessons, losses, and wins. And we are winners because she chose to be a leader. She chose to be an advisor, a business partner, a mother, a wife, a coach, all with intention. She intentionally gives of her time, and she will pick up her phone. She will pick up her car keys and even pick up a plane ticket to meet us where we are in our journey today. Join me in wishing this young lady a happy birthday month and welcoming her to have a meaningful conversation with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the original CEO mom, Miss Alicia Yarborough, aka Coach Lee.
Thank you so much, Miss Ramona. Ooh, you are a woman after my own heart, and I didn't even ask her to say it's my birthday month. She understood the assignment. Anybody that know me, know, still celebrating.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Miss
You're
Ramona,
welcome,
for
beautiful.
just being available and sharing your heart right out the gate in the beginning. Look, she got me going, y'all. I can't even stop laughing. And look, as I was talking to Mr. Guilty earlier, not only do I celebrate my birthday month, but then I got to celebrate Scorpio season, which goes into November. Look, that's a whole other thing. But we enjoy having fun with one another, and so you get to see the tribe up close and personal on tonight. It's always a privilege and an honor for me to be before you all. And I'm really, this is not what I do. It's really just a part of who I am now. And so I really enjoy sharing the investment lifestyle and how you can elevate your life and make your money go to work for you. And I'm getting a little ahead of myself because we know so many people are consistently trading their time for money, and it's not working for them, right? You may have a somewhat comfortable life, but as we continue to experience inflation and everything that is going on in the economy, man, that's why we're going to show you how you can create your own personal economy. But before we get into that, we have to tell you that the results are not guaranteed. Like any other business, it's going to require work, dedication, persistence, and commitment. But I say it's a different type of work, y'all. It's a work where we're going to show you how your money can go to work for you. And this work may pull on you a little bit different because it's going to be more mental work. It's going to be more emotional work, right? And so that's why the tribe that we are connected to and our visionary, Mr. David Guilty, we focus on mind, body, spirit, to have an unstoppable living legacy, right? Now, that's if you choose to tap in, but it would behoove you if that's going to make you better in life to choose to do so. And thank you, Tribe, for all the birthday wishes and hopping on Zoom with me on my birthday and just showing me love. It was greatly, greatly appreciated. But back to creating your own economy and why that's so important, because with the fluctuations, when you have external fluctuations going on and you feel helpless, like I don't know what to do. These external forces are happening in life. Gas is going up. The cost of food is going up. I mean, everything that you see and you have to go purchase as a consumer, the price is continually rising. And I want you to ask yourself, is your paycheck increasing at the rate of all these external factors that you need for everyday living? Not even like, the wants, not even the desires, just the necessities of life. And so we can show you a way how you can tap into passive income. We can show you a way how you can become recession proof. It doesn't matter about the fluctuations of the market. You can still make your money go to work for you. And we're partnered with this project that's called Economy because they're stretching people's mindsets and showing them how the wealthy have gotten wealthy, are creating even more wealth and living a life that is truly elevated, right? And so here you'll have access to the right leadership, the right technology, the right tools and strategies to really help you to design and create the life that you want, even down to the smallest detail. Have you thought about what your next level of living looks like? Have you pictured it? I don't know. Do you have a vision board saying what you want? Or are you just going from day in, day out, the same thing? You're not really, you may be looking forward to vacation, you may be looking forward to your birthday, you may be looking forward to the holidays that are coming up, but beyond that, you're not really thinking about getting to that next level. And so we want you to really start thinking again. And even if you already live in that abundant, overflowing life, guess what? We can show you how you can add to that. You may already be in a position where you're a 6 or 7 figure income earner. But we're going to show you, if you're already used to gaining certain profits, maybe 12% a year, do you know how to tap into 12% a month? Do you know how to tap into 12% in a week or a day? We can show you all of that right here. So look at this. What speaks to you? What for you is a life that's elevated? And I want you to keep that into the forefront of your thinking. I want you to keep that in your heart and in your emotions. Connect with it. And as we're going through this conversation tonight and having fun, ask yourself, the information that I'm being offered, can that help me to get to that next level of living, of a life that's elevated? And can it help me collapse the time frames in doing so, right? Now, how we're creating this life that's elevated, we're utilizing some of the tools that you're already used to operating in. Most of the times, when people are working a 9 to 5 and they're going to work for their money, they're used to logging into a computer, right? They're used to being present, but they're not used to being able to close that laptop and still have that money come in for them, right? Now, you see these women on the right-hand side of this screen. They're trading their time for money. And they may not be stressed out because they don't enjoy what they're doing. They may love what they're doing at their jobs. And there's a lot of people that are like that. But why they're stressed out is because they know no matter how many hours they put in, 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, she's shaking her head. It's still not enough. I know that I have to be here for at minimum 40 hours a week. And now I'm looking for something else to supplement, right? I have a family that I do want to see at some point, but I may have to work this job, go home and log in online and work another job just to live a okay lifestyle. To whereas when your money is working for you, you see these ladies over here, right? I don't know where they are. They may have been out. They may be in a hotel somewhere, and they pause. They was leaving breakfast, and they paused and they said, "Hold on, wait a minute. What time is it? The coffee club is getting ready to come on, where you can experience and have your live trading session, right? And get online with other people and make money." Now, she hopped in one of those trades. She's over there. She's dancing. She is elate. Look at that. Oh my God. I just got in my first trade. This is real. This is actually working. They're both on laptops, but on the left-hand side, the money is not based on time. On the left-hand side, she just copied and placed. On the left-hand side, she just listened to an educator that said, okay, now hop into the trade. Okay, hop out. And she made profits. This might have been her first day. Now, she could have put in just $100 and made $20 in a matter of minutes. She might have made $20 in a matter of seconds. Over here, she may get $20 an hour. So you're limited. Whenever you're trading your time for money, and that is the only way that you're making income, you're limited in your ability to create wealth. You're limited in your ability to create freedom and to tap into a life that is truly elevated. Now, these gentlemen, they know what it's like to be on all spectrums of life, what it's like to trade their time for money. They also know what it's like and to tap into the power of passive income, to tap into systems where they've built organizations and now they have residual income coming in. And this is the leadership that you have the privilege of being connected to. I'm directly connected to Mr. Guilty, who I call and who he has shown himself to be Sir G3 in my life, because he guides me. He's been a guru for me, not just from experience, but also from the connection of the creator. And he is guilty in bringing out the champion and whosoever will. He's created a tribe where we have success partners that we're connected to, that we can leverage each other's strengths. So he's put systems in place for us to operate and to be our best selves, right? Where we can be built up from the inside out. You have a leader and a visionary who is not just looking at you as a number. You're not just a bottom line, right? But he is truly, he cares about people and their well-being, right? And so that is the tribe that you'll be connected with. Now, y'all, he's directly connected with Mr. Edwin Haynes, who is the CEO of Economy. I mean, the president of Economy, who is directly connected to the CEO, Mr. Hassan Mahmoud. Now, these gentlemen combined have made 6 and 7 figures passively. It's one thing to have to show up for your money to make 6 and 7 figures, but it's a whole nother thing to be able to do that passively. And so, why do people clap for champions? They clap for them because they do what other people are not willing to do, to go through the ebbs and flows to get to the championship, right? And so you have people who are champions in this industry that you get to be directly connected to, that you can get a blueprint of success. Now, like Miss Ramona said in the beginning, it didn't happen overnight. And we're not saying that it can't. We're saying that if you show up, if you're coachable, teachable, and trainable, that we can show you whatever it is that success means to you. Are you just looking to create an additional $500 a month? We got multiple ways that you can tap into that, right? And so with this leadership, when I saw this quote, and I use this quote week after week after week, but it's really living because I see it in operation. It's not just something that's on a screen. I have this ability to find this hidden talent in people that sometimes even they didn't know that they had. And you may be the go to person in your family, in your career. But when I tell you this gentleman has a gear that even, like Tim Grover, worked with Kobe, worked with LeBron James, worked with Michael Jordan. No, not who's it? Not LeBron James. I can't think of his name. Oh my gosh. Anywho, he worked with Michael Jordan, right? So how do you make the great even better? That that's not an easy feat. But somebody who was already considered the best, and you can make them even better. That's the ability that he has, and that's who you get to partner with and connect with, not just in business, but in life. That's what we have here, y'all. And why it's so important and why we're so passionate about this thing is because of this right here, this cash flow quadrant. This right here, where we know that 95% of the world's population is only tapping into 5% of the money. And 5% are tapping into 95% of the money. And I want you to see, where do you fall at? Are you an employee? Are you self-employed? Are you a business owner? Now, are you a true business owner where you actually have a system that's working for you? Because a lot of times people who are business owners, they still have to show up. They still have to be present for every operation that's going on. You have to open up the business, you have to clean the business, you have to shut it down. Whatever that's going on, you and every that is not being a true business owner, right? You're still pretty much self-employed. And so I want to get the results of the people who are on the right hand side. And guess what? I am. I'm in my beginning stages, but I have now transferred over to this right hand side of the cash flow quadrant where I can say I'm a business owner and I'm an investor. But I started out as an employee. I started out doing international taxes for a big five accounting firm and saw really quickly that I was going in when it was dark. And guess what? I was leaving when it was dark. I was like, nah, this is not the life for me. I transitioned into cosmetology. And wouldn't you know, guess what? I was doing the same thing. I was going in when it was dark and I was leaving when it was dark. But the difference was I had a little bit more freedom to where I can schedule my own time. I put everything into 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Right. So I thought, wait a minute, I didn't made it. Y'all know what came to mind. Those who know. We made it, right? But I still had to show up and I knew I didn't have any children. And right now I'm a stay-at-home mom of four. And I was like, the way I want to be present in classrooms and field trips and boards and do all of that, I I can't do this. I choose not to. And so as I got into this industry of network marketing, and then, I partnered with somebody who was connected to Mr. Guilty. And then he saw that quote. He saw the leader in me. And then I transitioned fully over to this right hand side. And it's just amazing to be able to make money in the world's three largest financial markets. It's amazing to know, as my daughters in dance and my boys in basketball, whatever they need for competition or dues, I can come to my phone and I can make passive income, right? I can do that. I have a solution. And most people don't. And the class levels are changing, whether you realize it or not. When people finally wake up, what are they going to do? They're already working two jobs. It's only but so much time in the day. Your body can only handle so much. So those who are at the middle class are now in the upper poor. What is the solution for now? The rich is the middle class. We are that solution. We have that solution by tapping into the world's three largest financial markets, the stock options market, cryptocurrency, and the foreign exchange market, with the Forex market being the world's largest financial market in the world, you all, generating 6.6 to $7.5 trillion a day. And it's nothing to be feared, nothing to be feared at all. Because guess what? You're already participating in this market. Do you have a bank account? The banks are taking your money and they're trading it in the foreign exchange market and they're making those trillions of dollars a day while they're telling you to go out and get a savings account where you're getting 0.01% a year, you all. Now, I used to be licensed in Series 6 and 63, a financial planner, where I sat down with people and I would look at their retirement accounts and see how they were diversified and come up with a plan to hit their retirement goal. But so many people were behind. They had 5 years to retirement and $2,000 in a retirement account. And when you're looking at a 12% annual percentage rate, and you look at the rule of 72, how long it takes your money to double, it's still going to take 6 years, but you retire in 5. What's the solution? I didn't know this then. I didn't know that there was a way that I could sit down with a person and I could show them how to do 12% in a month, in a week, in a day. And I've done all of that. So I can speak on it from experience, right? Now, what is Forex? It's just the exchange between two different currency pairs. Again, like I said, it's nothing to fear. You see this? This is what's happening, except you're doing it in an online space. You're doing it with multiple currencies, right? Have you ever traveled internationally? When I traveled to Mexico, when I got there, I gave them my US dollar. For every dollar that I gave them, they gave me $17 back in Mexican pesos. I participated in the foreign exchange market. It was just in a physical location. Think about the freedom that you have, that now I can tap into the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar, and I can be right here in my living room. What? And then the knowledge that I'm gaining, my children now have the ability to tap into this. I will never forget, and I, how you can talk to your children about it, but they might not really listen or hear what you're saying in that moment. But I remember sitting down in my living room and I was in a trade. I think it was on a Sunday, and the market had, been open for a couple of hours. And my oldest daughter, Alea, she was watching me right beside me, and she saw me make $50 in a few minutes. And that's exactly what she did. Her head kind of turned to, she was like, is that is that real money with you? I was like, yes, baby, this is what I've been talking to you about. You can make money from your phone. What? That's she already has an entrepreneur mind. So that's all she had to hear. That's all she had to hear. And well, now she's 12. But then I think she might have been 10 years old. So we got her set up with a demo account, right? We got her set up to now she places trades. We're going to show you how you can tap into where these trade ideas come out and you can just copy and paste and have the ability to make money right from your phone like I did when I was sitting in my living room. And I'm going to tell you, if a 12-year-old can get it, you can get it. If a 10-year-old can get it, you can get it. I know you maybe say, "Who? They know how to work that technology." It's a very simple system, right? You can get what we have here. You have the ability to either learn the information. You can hop online with the elite educators that they've put years into this thing, right? Again, like I talked about the leadership that we have and how they put years in and now they're at a certain place where this is working for them. We have the same with our educators. 10, 20, 30 years of experience. This is all that they do full time. And now you get to be online with them and get the information that it took them years to get, not only to be online with them. What I love about what we have in this tribe is that we can get online with these elite educators and glean from them and get the knowledge of how to tap into these financial markets and make passive income. But then we get to collaborate together, right? You're not an island to yourself because it may be something that was said in that class that didn't quite click. And even as you go back and look at the recordings, right? It didn't click for you. But now you have an entire tribe of, okay, who hopped on at 10 o'clock this morning? And now you have people responding. You can get together on a Zoom. You don't even have to be in the same city, state, country, and come together and collaborate and ask questions. And then I love it when we're collaborating and you can see somebody get that aha moment and it clicks for them. So it's like, yes, we're tapping into the educators, but we're also tapping into who we are because we're listening with different ears. And so now my strength zone is feeding you, and your strength zone is feeding me. That is what we have in this tribe. So you can learn for yourself the education, or you can also tap into just a simple copy and paste system, right? How many alerts have you received on your phone today? I love to ask this question. Now, how many of those alerts gave you the ability to make money? And those in the tribe, y'all don't count. That's what we have here. Because you have, and you can get irritated from the notifications that are going out from social media, whoever's texting you. You might not even want to answer that text, right? But these notifications that we get from Solex, that these same educators that are studying the market and sending out trade ideas that we get to copy and paste and put it to a platform. I'm going to show y'all what that looks like. Let me see if it's going to let me minimize this. Let's see here, y'all. Okay. Ooh, that was real good in country. Y'all heard all of my Louisville, Kentucky twang when I said that, but that's okay. That is quite all right. I know if I heard it myself, y'all definitely heard it. Let's see. This is what it looks like to get a trade idea. Now, we started out on Telegram. We're no longer on Telegram. We're completely on Solex. But this is what it looks like to get a trade idea. Now, we can go in for a buy or a sell. That's another thing with the Forex market. We make money when the market goes up or down, right? So I told you we become recession proof over here. This happens to be a buy. This is the Great Britain pound versus the Japanese yen. It gives us our entry point and it gives us multiple our stop loss and multiple take profits. We want multiple stop losses, multiple take profits. So it's multiple ways from one trade idea that I can get a profit. Now let's look at this. This was given out at 11:10 p.m. And then the take profit hit at 11:39. The next one was at 12:42 a.m. Then the next one was 8:15 a.m. Now, you might have took that trade, went to sleep, and woke up to multiple profits. That's what we have the ability to do. And I've done this over and over and over again. And I remember the first time that happened, well, not the first time that happened, the first time that I made a large sum, like 3 figures in my sleep. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And it was early in my trading career, and I didn't even think about what time it was. I was just so excited. I called Mr. Gilsey. I was like, Mr. Gilsey, I just made such and such. He was like, I was like, oh, my bad. Go back to sleep, sir. My apologies. I was just that excited that I didn't even think about the time. I was like, wow, this is really working for me. And when you have something like this that you know is really working for you, you want to be able to share this with other people. Let me show you what it looks like to actually take that trade idea and the simplicity of what we have, you all. You will log right into your platform, right? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Come on. This is the key thing. You got to have Wi-Fi. You got to have Wi-Fi in order to tap into this thing, or there may be some hesitations. Let's see if it's going to open up for me. Okay, there we go. Oh, it did, and then it didn't. You thought. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I would just come over here to GJ. I would click on buy, right? And then I'm clicking on protection orders. I put in a stop loss and a take profit. And whatever numbers that they give me, that's what I'm putting in right here. So let's just say they said 203. Let's put it down because I don't want to over. We can do that. Let's say 201. That was the numbers that they gave us. And then, okay. You see how simple that was? How you would literally take the numbers that they give you, type them into those fields, and then hit send order. And then look at this. You know your projected profit right out the gate, right? It's telling you, okay, if this hits my take profit, then right here, I can profit $176. Now, mind you, if it goes in the opposite direction, and it hits my stop loss, then I'll incur a loss, which we call lessons, of $86. So I know right out the gate that I'm willing to risk $86 in order to profit $176. Now, what determines your profit is your lot size. So those who have a larger account, they can have a larger lot size. And I'll show you the difference. Okay, right now it's at 0.13. If we was to increase this, do you see how now our profit went up to 229? I increase it. Right now it's 256. Now the lesson that you can incur, it also increased as well, right? And so you can have the exact same trade, and one person may have made $200, another person may have made 500, another person may have made $20, right? It just depends on your account size and your lot size, and we always encourage proper risk management. And I'm staying right here for a second because I want you to know that getting a lesson is a part of it. We have about on average an 80 to 85% success rate. So that means 8 out of every 10 trades, we good. We're getting profits. But those 2 trades, guess what? You got a loss or a lesson, and that is okay. We were actually on a live trading session today with the coffee club, and the educator, he got a $75 lesson. But guess what he also walked away with? Over $1,000 profit within 10 minutes. So the educator who has years of experience in this thing got a lesson, but also I was like, wow, think about that. How many people were on the line and what he made? I think it was like $1,500. They have to sit and they have to work 8 hours. And they might not even make that in 8 hours. But it was literally like 9:39 when we hopped off the class. The class started at 9:30. So in 9 minutes, even with getting a lesson, he made $1,500. That's what you have the opportunity to do. That is what we're showing you with the power of passive income. And then you can also utilize the AI technology. The copy and paste would be the same, but our AI technology is more of a personalization. It's going to scan the market based on your own specifications. And so you may tell them like this: I want to look at the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar, right? I want to see it on a 5 minute with a bat pattern. Somebody else's, Miss Ramona's AI technology may look different from mine. She may not like to trade the AU, but whatever she puts into that system, it's going to scan the market for you and give you the most efficient trade. Again, it's going to give you your entry point, your stop loss, and your take profit, and you will enter it in just like I showed you on that platform. However it is, you can pick and choose. You can do all of it, or you can just do copy and paste system, right? But you have the ability to now make your money go to work for you. And all of this is included for a one-time investment of $149 and then $99 every 4 weeks. $149, but then $99 every 4 weeks. But I've already given you a mini example of how I just made $50 sitting in my living room. We're going to show you how not only are you getting your investment back of $149, but also how you can have that $99 every 4 weeks, the cost of doing business, to have that covered from your profits, right? So don't come in with the mindset of will it work? Come in with a mindset of how can I make this work? And then when you do that, you open yourself up to the possibilities. Now, I've given you examples. Let me show you in real time what that actually looks like to place a trade and to see that money move, right? Let's get into it.
So we just got in trade, right? We're in training. We started out in just minutes. It hopped up to $34.34. So we're just showing the investment lifestyle and how you literally can come on here and learn how to make money from your phone. You see these numbers going? Now, if the market starts going in the opposite direction, guess what? The same way you just made that money, you can incur less in complete transparency. But we are showing you, we're not just rolling the dice. We're learning the skills, and we're learning different indicators of why we should take the trade that we are taking. So in a matter of minutes, you see it just topped again from 39 to 50, now $55. Y'all, this is what we do. This is what I'm showing you all. The benefits of the investment lifestyle.
Wow, that's what we're showing you, the benefits of the investment lifestyle. And I'm actually going to have somebody else to come to the line this evening. Miss Angela, all the way in Georgia. Can you come to the line, ma'am? Unmute.
I am here. You hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. First of all, lady, thank you for being on this line.
You're
Now
welcome.
she is uh, she is a great example of somebody who is tapping into mind, body, spirit, and living legacy. When I called her today to see if she could be on the line with me, and I'm grateful that you answered. Was you on Stone Mountain?
I was running around Stone Mountain.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was like, I'm running. I heard her hitting
I
the
had to
page
run faster.
because she's still out. So I appreciate you, lady. She was getting it in, running Stone Mountain, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll be done. I got you." So
Mhm.
thanks for being on the line.
You're quite
Um,
welcome.
with you, Miss Angela, why is it so important for you to be able to tap into the information here? You're retired from the Army. You're also working full time at a college, and you are like the go-to person for them. They rely on you heavily there. But and having said all of that, somebody would think, why would you even need this? So why do you decide that it's important for you to be able to tap into this?
Okay. First of all, it was the Navy. Okay. I retired from the
Oh,
Navy.
okay. Hey, let me get my hands right. That's right. Correct. Correct. It was Navy, y'all. Look, I
Uh,
don't know.
we
These
the
Scorpio
Army, the
seasons
Navy, we're
are crazy.
friends, but I retired from the Navy, served 20 years, and when I retired, of course, my retirement check is good, but it didn't keep up with the inflation. The COLA, which is cost of allowance, you get it, but it doesn't match up with the inflation. So I needed to continue to live the lifestyle that I was living while I was in the military, and then more. So I went back to work, and that offset it a lot, a whole lot. But I wasn't planning on working, when I get out. And now I have a grandson, 2 years old, and I have a granddaughter that's going to come in January. And I'm going to retire in 2026. And I already know what inflation's done with my military check. And when I retire this time, I'm not getting, my job is going to be taking care of my grandkids. Okay, so it's real, and they're in New York, so it's really neat to learn this skill and know that I can go up there and still make extra income and not only spoil one of them, I'm going to spoil both of them, and that's just what I'm going to do. This is going to help me continue to live the lifestyle that I'm used to and then some.
I love that. You was like, it's no doubt about it. You said that with such conviction. I love that you have such confidence And even if you haven't mastered, by the time that comes, you're going to be in a certain position. Now you have tapped into the Forex market, and you're learning that, but you switched gears and you actually are now tapping into the stock options portion of what we have available. You see that smile come on her face, y'all, when I said that?
Yeah, because I was so excited and I'm telling everybody about it, but I have to look at the videos, I don't know, 10, 20, I don't know, constantly. And now that I finished the boot camp, I'm still looking at her class and I'm taking the test and finding out that I'm making 100 on the tests when I was making not past 50. But I am so excited to know that I can do stock options and not stock. And it just every time I just mention the conversation to people, they're surprised about it also. And it perks them up because they're not familiar with stock options, only stock. So I'm enjoying that too, because that way I can do both. I don't have to be limited to just Forex. I can do stock option too. So that's like two different incomes with two different brokers with two different grandkids that I can, I'm working. I'm up 3 hours a night. I'm laughing, but I be up late. I really be up late, and dozing at work sometime. But I'm gonna get this. 2026. That's me. I'm coming out and knowing this.
I love
Yeah.
that, Miss Angela. Oh my gosh. One more question. You have been here. You've rocked with Mr. Guilty for quite some time, right? From project to project. What makes you stay consistent? And we started out in the travel industry, right? And now we're over here in a completely different industry. What made you say, I'm a stick and stay with the leadership?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank Mr. Guilty for creating this platform, for seeing something in me that I didn't, I guess it was there, but he just helped me pull it out more. And to know that I've watched him in different industry on the sideline with other people I was with, and he was always winning. He was always winning, always up on the stage, always. And so when he called me and touched bases with me, I was to know something that about you. He thinks about you. It's not all about him. It's all about you. As long as you're coachable and listen to what he suggests to you, and you go ahead and do what you need to do, he will be there with you. He'll go the extra mile with you and stay dedicated with you. And I mean, why wouldn't you go with somebody that's successful? I mean, that's the environment you're in. Like they say, if you with broke people, you're gonna be broke. If you with in a good environment with people on a mission to be successful, and it's not necessary getting rich. It's just being wealthy and being able to enjoy my two grandkids whenever we want to. So he, I enjoy him and thank him for bringing you to me to keep me, put me out of my comfort zone, especially with this technology stuff. And I go over and over with both of you, and you are very patient. Both of you are very patient, and you can't ask for nothing better than that. A family. It's just a big family. It's truly a big family.
Thank you so much, Miss Angela. I appreciate your words. It's been an honor to be connected with you on this journey and just see your growth and how coachable you are. This woman is getting at it, y'all. She's that's another silent assassin. Y'all stay tuned for this woman. She's working this business. So thank you for being on the line.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes, yes. Man, that is just blesses me so to hear her conviction, to hear her growth, to hear her gratitude, and to say, hey, look, he was winning. I guess a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I? If you want to win in life, you connect with other winners. And that's what we have here with this tribe, and that's what we have with our leadership. Now the stock options that Miss Angela talked about, that's also included in that 149, but it's not stocks like what you're normally used to, where you're buying and holding, where you're going to buy low and you're going to sell high. With stock options, we're not taking ownership, we're just borrowing for a specified period of time and normally at a discounted rate, right? And so I love to use this example with Tesla. If I have a Tesla stock that I have ownership in, that's $240 and I have $500 to invest, that's only 2 shares of stock, right? But if I tap into stock options, now I'm going to purchase one contract, which is 100 shares. If they're at $5 a share, how many shares can I get? It's $500 at 100 with 100 shares. Same thing. And now when the market is going down, I have the opportunity to make money. That's the difference with stock options. And so let's just say the market is going down. My regular Tesla stock, it's at $100, right? It's losing value. I'm actually profiting over here with my stock options. I've been in the ECA. I've looked at the classes, so I know how to study the market for myself. I see that it's hitting a level of support. I've taken my profit, and I'm like, okay, I've had so many confluences. The market is about to go up again. I can now have money to reinvest in my stocks that are on sale, and I can make profit again as my regular Tesla stock is going up. That's what we have the opportunity to do. So many different ways that you can profit. Did you hear what this woman said? She said, I can tap into Forex, right? The money that I'm making in Forex, I can spoil one grandbaby, and the money that I'm making in my stock options, I can spoil the other one. I want to show you what it's like to experience a live trading session where you're on there with other people. Can you imagine? Let's just say it's just us 23 that's on the line together. We hop online together. We're in class together. We're listening to the educator say get in and out of the market. Or maybe the educator is traveling like it's been doing here lately. And I'm saying, okay, y'all, right? It went up. It created the wick. Now it's going down for the sell. If it break past this point, it's going to be our sell. Let's hop into this. Boom. We hop into the sell together. All right. If you collected at least 5 to 7, 10 pips, oh, it's still going down. Let's stay in this trade. We up to 20 pips. All right. Y'all can get out. And we all are making money. How exciting is that? This is what that looks like. Let me show you. Uh-oh. Go on over.
Pushing up. Will it be our buy? Let's see. Let's down. Getting ready for the buy. Now, breaking the high of the previous candle, it will be our buy. Volume for the bullish move. Will it be our bullish move? Are we going to take a trade? It's pushing up. Come on. Breaking up for the buy. Took the buy. 3 pips, 5 pips, 7 pips. Nice. 10 pips. Whoa. Closing the trade. Super nice.
Hey.
Super nice trade.
Yes, sir.
Still pushing up. Take 10 pips, guys. Not less than 10, 12 pips you should take. Whoa. 20 pips going up. Super nice trade. This is a super nice trade.
Super nice trade.
This is one of these trades that you don't want to miss.
That's a trade that you don't want to miss. That's the energy that we get to tap into and make profits online together. And then put it in the chat. If who's made profits this morning, put it in the chat. I actually want y'all to put it in the chat. If you've ever made profits on our coffee club that we have on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, put profits in the chat. I want y'all to sound off. Like, we not making this up. Now, do we get lessons while we on this coffee club? Yes. I've experienced a lesson. Like I told you, this same educator, he experienced a lesson earlier today, but he still walked away with over $1,000 in his daggone account. We have a whole system that is set up for you to succeed, right? You won't have to guess at this thing. We have what's called a proof of concept challenge, where you can start out with $25, $50, $75, $100, $200, $500, right? And we have daily profit goals that if you hit those daily profit goals and reinvest that money, keep that in that account. Let me show you where you can get. What do y'all want to look at? We'll look at 200, somewhere right in the middle, right? $200, 5% interest daily for 1 month. Let's calculate that thing. $200 in 30 days has the possibility of being over $900. You could just utilize that US 30 class alone, right? And hop in and out. Okay, hop in, okay, hop out, right? You can use the trade ideas that are set from the educator. You can use that AI technology. You can participate. It can be week 1 and you can still participate in this proof of concept challenge. We had Miss Curl last month who hopped in that thing, y'all, and she made over 4 figures just from the proof of concept challenge alone. So there's so many different ways that you can profit. There's so many different ways that you can make this work for you. Now, are there lessons along the way, even with the proof of concept challenge? Yes. What if you didn't make the entire 900? What if you just took that 200 and you turned it into 6? You would have your return on investment, that $149. You would have that $99 for your subscription this monthly, and you have profit that's left over. That's what we have the ability to do. Now, thus far, everything that I've showed you is included. Here's some of our add-on services. We have our Plutus, which are our indices, our faster moving pairs. Again, all of these things that I'm going over, you have the opportunity to get on the live educational classes. There are trade ideas that are sent out from them, and you can also look at the recordings, right? So we have the Plutus, that's an additional $50. We have our binary options, what is our high frequency trading. This is all or nothing with that. You're going to say either the market is going higher or lower, right? If I say that the market is going higher, say this is my entry point, it's a time trading. So let's just say I'm on there for a minute, right? When that minute goes down to 0, if I'm above that entry point and I say higher, boom, I done made a profit. If I'm below it, I've incurred a lesson. Now, I have a high risk tolerance, right? And I normally trade binary options on a 10-second. That's what I like, or 5-second. Now, the educators, they don't encourage that. But you take what the educators give you and then you personalize it. Well, how your personality is set up and how you enter the market and you make it your own. We also have our DeFi-verse. Our DeFi-verse is our entire crypto world. Everything crypto lies in the DeFi-verse. So it's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, even though Bitcoin, hey, it's over 70,000 right now. So with that, they're looking at the psychology of the market, not just the fact that it's going up. They're looking at, okay, what is psychology behind the people that are driving the market? And we get to look at years prior to see what the market did then, because the market is just cyclical, y'all. It really just repeats itself. And so once you learn how to look at support and resistance, once you learn the psychology of the market and they're giving you all of that, they're giving you projections of, okay, it might have hit 70,000, but once it hits 70,000, what are people going to do right now? Fear of missing out, FOMO. A lot of people are going to go in and start. You bought it when it's all the way up here at 70. What if you was dollar cost averaging when it was 50,000 and you just kept putting $5 in, right? Every week. And now it's 70,000. Where would you be sitting right now? So we have all of that we get to tap into. Airdrops, the other altcoins, NFTs, all of this we have in DeFi-verse. And if you want that, it's additional $69. If you have that elite pack and you get these as add-ons, right? Now you can get the DeFi-verse as a standalone if you're not interested in Forex, if you're not interested in stock options. It would be $149 by itself and then $99 every 4 weeks to get the DeFi-verse. So however you choose to opt into this thing, get in here and tap into your freedom. Get in here and tap into the ability to have that passive income, to live that life elevated that you so desire. And if you like me, you want to tap into all of it, right? I had the add-ons, but as soon as they brought this gold pack out, I was like, I'm in, right? I'm all in. So you can be all in and get everything except for the binary options are not included. Everything else is included that we talked about thus far. One-time investment of $4.99, and then it's $165 every 4 weeks. Every 4 weeks. But if we were to have all of those add-ons, it would be over $200. And I just showed you how you can make that money back and then some. So y'all go ahead and get into this thing. And the way the company is set up, first of all, we have a CEO who thought about, okay, if the average person has $500 sitting inside of an account, right? Then at least the basic pack, we're going to make 149. And then they have money to invest. You can take that money that you invest and then you can flip it and you can go to that higher package, right? And then you have money to cover that $99. And then you have money to take profits from that Forex and now reinvest inside the stock options and then make money there. And then take the money that you've made from the stock options and feed your binary options account. True story. So you're so far away from your initial investment. I love that we ain't even playing with our own money anymore. We're playing with house money. We're making money from the profit of the profit of the profit. That's a life that's elevated. Now, if you want a different way to cover that $99, then you can tap into this 3 and free. Just start having conversation like Miss Angela is. She's just telling people about how she's learning stock options. And people are like, what? Because they know about the stocks, but this woman is keeping me busy. We're getting on Zooms with people. We're having phone calls with people. She's working this thing so that she can have her 3 and free. She can do it this way to where you have 3 students, right? And as long as they keep their subscription active, then the company is going to waive your $99. But what she has chosen to do is she's actually operating this as a business. So it is an additional $29 to operate as a business, and then it's $15 every 4 weeks to keep that IBO license. But now, as she has 3 people, the company gives her $25 a week. She showed value. She didn't have to go out and recruit. People are asking her, what are you doing now? I'm glad you asked. And it's a part of a natural conversation. And she still has the opportunity. Let's just say she's out here, she's getting it. She has 7 people that are direct to her, okay, personally enrolled. Now, she may have an organization of 1,000 because people are telling people who are telling people who are telling people. And now she has 500 on her left and 500 on her right. The company at that point would give her over $3,700 a week, $15,000 a month. But she only, out of 1,000 people, it's only 7 people that are connected to her. So it's not one of them things where you think, well, just the people at the top, they're the only ones that's making the money. No, we are creating a true network, right? Where I call it, we're profit sharing. So as Miss Angela is connected to me and my organization, the people that I bring in are being placed with her, even though they're not direct to her, but she still benefits from the work that I'm doing. That's what we have here. We have an unlimited supply of ways that you can create income for yourself, right? And where you can get actually on that right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant. And you already heard Miss Angela talk about Mr. Guilty and his leadership. She's actually been with him longer than I have. And from project to project to project, how she trusted his leadership, how he actually made a phone call to her before moving and switching to another project. Who does that? He does. Hey, this is what I'm looking at. I want you to come with me. What do you think about this move? Right. And he's a person who is sought after in the industry, who people have made offers, six-figure offers for him to transition from where we are to another company. That's who we have as leadership. And he's like, how are my people going to benefit? If you had a 6-figure offer, are you thinking about how are my people going to benefit? He knows that where we are, we all have the ability to profit together. And ever since I started working with him from project to project to project, I've always hit the level of leadership and then some. And here has been no different. I was the poster child who built the person, enhanced the life, and build the business. You can see, I don't know if you can see them early days back here when I first started out, and then my own personal transition because I chose to tap into mind, body, spirit, and live in legacy. See, we have that available. It's not something that is forced on you, but we know as a man thinks in his heart, so is he, or so does he become. And in order for you really to have that lasting wealth, you can have the money, but as you gain the understanding, as you gain a stretching in your thinking, then you're laying a more solid and secure and stable foundation for lasting wealth, not just for you, but now I have that understanding and wisdom to pass down to my children and everybody that is connected to me, right? That's who we have in Mr. Guilty. And it's been a privilege and an honor. And then he thought about these sub tribes that we can tap into that speak to the backgrounds of in our experiences in life. And so I represent the CEO moms, women who are single or married, and we have children. And a lot of times we just pouring out and pouring out and pouring out to our kids, to other people's kids, and everywhere we go, we're mothering. But are you taking the time to pour into you first? Not just at the end of the day, are you pouring into you first, right? So that now you're not pouring from an empty cup. Miss Angela, she represents the L3, the Living Legacy ladies. She talks about being close to retirement, right? Retired once from the Navy. I got it right now. And then in a couple of years, she'll be retiring again. So ladies who are close to retirement and retirement age, right? And you may have to overcome the technology like she talked about, but she's mastering it. She said, now I'm studying those quizzes and the stock options and I'm getting 100% now. She's determined this is working for me. And then we have our leading ladies, women who are single or married, but they don't have children, but they still have major responsibilities, right? A lot of times they're holding up their shield for everybody in the family. I understand. I was a leading lady till I was 30. I had children late in the game. And so a lot of times people want to pull on you because they feel like you don't have any responsibilities. When I have my responsibilities and everybody else is at the same time. And we also have a few good men, a space where men can come together, can be vulnerable, and but in strength. And you have the ability to be poured into. You have the ability to create this camaraderie with other men and to master the money game as well. That's what we have with our few good men. So we have these sub tribes that are speaking to the actual person and being who we are. We have different ways that you can create wealth, different ways where you can create passive income, right? And now you have what they talk about leaving an inheritance for your children's children. You can leave the inheritance, but now also you seeing the fruit while you alive. I don't want to just like, okay, they get my death benefit from a life insurance policy. No, we're supposed to have and enjoy life right now. And that's why now is the time to act. If I've said anything to connect it to your spirit, let's have a conversation. Get back with whoever invited you on this line. Hey, this is the part that I like. Or when they said this, can you provide more understanding? We're not trying to close you out. We just want to get you to that next level of understanding. So hopefully you can make an informed decision to go ahead and partner with us. So you can get on this right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant where you can become the business owner and investor. Now, I want you to listen to Miss Lynn Richardson, and she's going to tell you why you need this
Everybody needs
home-based
a
business.
home-based business. Why? You can get your money back. Let me explain what I mean. If you have a cell phone and you run a business, you can write that cell phone off on your taxes at the end of the year. If you travel for business, you can write off your plane ticket, your train ticket, your bus ticket, your Uber expenses, your hotel expense, everything. So never travel just for fun. Always travel for business. And if you have children, you can hire your children to work in your home-based business. Why? Because you cannot write off the food that you feed them, lunch money, you cannot write off soccer, you cannot write off ballet, you can't write off any of that. But if you hire them to work in your home-based business and you pay them a salary, what you were going to pay them anyway, now you can write that salary off on your taxes. They can use that money to actually now go buy all of those things. And as long as it's less than $6,000 a year, they don't have to report that money to the IRS. Everybody needs a home-based business. Trust me.
Did you hear the woman? Everybody needs a home-based business. and just what she said, the things that you were going to do anyway, you can now write them off on your taxes. I love to say that I am a walking write-off. If I'm traveling, my plane ticket, my meals, excursions, all of that, that's a lifestyle. I get to write it off. My portion of my mortgage, right? I'm hosting from my home. I get to write. I was gonna live in my house anyway. But now a portion of my mortgage is a business expense. Y'all, come on in. Come on into the room. Come on into our Explosion Soul Tribe room. Come on into the economy room where you can live a life that's elevated. I'm going to welcome you in. Thank you for being on the line with us this evening. Thank you, Miss Ramona, for opening up for me. Wonderful introduction. Thank you, Miss Angela. You just completely dropped the mic tonight, lady. Wonderful expressions of how not just this business is working for you, but how the tribe is helping you in the leadership that we have as well. And thank you to the tribe that's on the line. It's been a pleasure and an honor again. This was the creator's divine plan for us to be on the line tonight, and I got to be a part of your life. It's a privilege and an honor for you to entrust me with that. Thank you, Sir G3, Mr. Guilty, for all of who you are, for all of what you do, for all of us to be our most authentic self. And in the book Relentless, that's one thing that stood out to me. You said, you can't get what you're really supposed to have in life until you become who you really are. And every day I'm just being and I'm becoming who the creator made me to be authentically, unapologetically. And it's been so freeing and liberating. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I love y'all, the real kind, forever and always. Boom.
Boom. Thank you.